So what up, guys? Welcome back to AmbitionZ VapeR. Today we're looking at Vaporesso's Revenger kit, 220 watt, all right, with a certain sub-ohm tank on top. It does come in black, blue, and red. I have the red version. It's the NRG sub-ohm tank. This is the package that it comes in. It says Revenger kit, be amazed, Vaporesso. Designed in California, manufactured in China, vaporesso.com. So some specs. It's 89 millimeters tall by 45 millimeters wide by 28 millimeters thick. Tank size is 26.5 by 56 millimeters tall. It's 138 grams in weight. The tank 66 grams in weight, 5 to 220 watts with an OLED 0.96 screen display. Resistance range is 0.05 to 5 ohms, 1 to 315 C, 2 to 6 Fahrenheit. And you got nickel, titanium, the custom curve wattage, custom curve temperature, TCR M1, M2, bypass, all the modes that you need. It takes two 18650s. You can find Vaporesso on all those 4 different social media websites. It's got the Omni board, as we all know, same as the Revenant 160. Input protection, quick charge system, RCT remaining charging time. It's an enhanced Omni board, which I will show you. Pull from the side, and you have this package. It says Vaporesso logo. You're going to open it up like that. It's going to say be amazed. It's going to have this little USB picture. If you open this out of the package, it's white on white. I know. You're going to open this up, and inside you will get a micro USB Vaporesso charging cable and upgrading cable. Comes with a user manual. It says be amazed. Pull that tab, and you will get your Revenger box mod and the NRG tank with an additional coil head. Nothing under. Comes in a plastic bin versus that stuff, so it doesn't get onto your product, which I really like how they use plastic. So first, let's go over the sub-ohm tank. It says Vaporesso down below. Red to match the mod. Okay, it has a spitback shield inside of the drip tip. You can take that drip tip out. Well, goons don't fit. I thought they would. Man, I don't know why they didn't make it so they would fit, but that would be nice, because that would look nice with a goon tip. You have this little, you push that forward, it slides to the side, and then there's your fill port. There's your fill port. Not bad paint job. There's a little bit of paint coming over. Got your airflow. Nice tight tolerance to it. It stops. It doesn't continuously spin. It says NRG on the bottom. You got a non-adjusting 510 pin. Don't use that on a hybrid. Got red and black accents. This holds 5 mLs of e-liquid. So if you unscrew the bottom, pop that through. You can pop that glass off, but you can pop that off. Okay, so you see the spitback shield in there? There's the coil heads. It's a 4 coil head. It looks like a nut, like a bolt. Kind of like that. Pretty cool. That is the base section of the sub-ohm tank. It says Vaporesso on there. You got 4 wicking channels. It's a 0.15, 50 to 110 watts, best 60 to 80. Does come with another coil, and it's the same exact coil head. All right, so you get 2 of the same coils. Pop it on top of the Revenger. Pop that to the side, and let's see how the glass bottle will work. Works very well, actually. And that's what it will look like with the sub-ohm tank, centered 510. Very nice. Let's take a look at the main event, the box mod. It says Revenger up top. You have your screen mirrored by this little reflection. Wattage up, wattage down, another button in the middle. Got your fire button on the side. It says Vaporesso on the bottom. Got some holes for ventilation on the bottom, CE. Nice size. All right, now to get to the batteries, you pop off the back panel. This is the inside of the device. They didn't fully paint it. I don't know if that bothers you or not. 3 magnets, solid. And this is the internals. You got some chip ventilation up top as well. You got nice spring-loaded gold-plated contacts up top. regular contacts on the bottom, no battery strap, not needed. It's a gold-plated 510. Nice and firm. Little bit of travel, not too much travel to it. Nice 510 accent here as well. Then you have the red accent. And then when you put the door on, you have the red accent over here. 28 millimeters wide. All right, so you can get 25s. I wish it was 30 if it's 28. Might as well do 30. Put some batteries in it. So you're gonna do negative up and positive up. Okay, they go in there very nicely. Put the door on. No rattle. That door is not going to fly off or anything like that. Just check atomizer. And it does go up to 220 watts pretty fast. Boom. Under 100 watts, it goes in 0.1. I wish it did 1 watt all the way, but unfortunately it doesn't. I was going to say check atomizer. That's super old. So you have your 2 batteries up there. Variable wattage. It's going to say 9.99. Let me put an atomizer on here. So when you put a new atomizer on there, it's going to ask you new, load, or old node. I'm going to hit new. So it says 0.15, 2 batteries. High, 0.15, your volts, your ohms, the mode that you're in, the wattage, and then your puff counter, your seconds counter down below. If you want to get into the menu system, you're going to hit this middle button and hold it. And you can go to nickel. If you hit the plus and minus together, it's going to flip the screen. It does go up to 600 degrees and stop. And then you can round robin. Fire in the middle button. It's going to give you your firmware version. 3 clicks of the middle button, you can get to custom curve temperature, or you can go to TCR. You're going to have to hold down. And then you can set the TCR. The middle button and the right button will lock or unlock. The left button and the middle button, it's going to lock the resistance. If you're a custom curve, you can do that curve thing, okay? Now I'm in stainless steel, TCR, M1, M2, bypass mode, system set. So when you get to the system set menu, you're going to 1, 2, 3, and it's going to bring up this menu. This is where you adjust everything. It's a little bit tricky to get used to, but variable wattage, when you hold down, you can do normal, soft, or high, and then you hold the middle button and then it goes in. You can go to variable, you can go to VT mode, and then this is where you can adjust your wattage and temperature control mode, and it goes up to 100 watts, 5 to 100 watts, and then you hold that down, and then you can go to time set. You can adjust the time, default, and then you can go to smart on off. You can turn smart on and off, which I love because I don't like smart, so I don't need it. And then screen timeout, you can adjust that, and then you can go to exit and hold down, and then you hold it down again and you go back, and now I'm at normal. So that's pretty much, that's the menu system on this bad boy. All right, when it says that system set, that's the main spot to go to adjust it. This is a 26.5 and there's no overhang. Looks really nice on there. The Revenge kit with the sub-ohm tank and batteries inside is going to weigh 295 grams in weight. But this is a fingerprint magnet, as you can see. That is next to the Squid Industries double barrel version 2.1 box mod I've recently reviewed. That's next to Smock Smokes GX24 that I recently did a review on, Quad 18650. That is next to Lost Vape's Prism, which I am beta testing, triple 18650. That is next to Lost Vape's Therion DNA 75C. That is next to the Dotbox 300 watt LiPo, which I still have to review. That is next to the Sharon by Smoant. All right, that's the close-up, guys. I feel perfectly comfortable backing out vaping on this, talking on it. Pros and cons, giving you my final thoughts. Let's go over it. I'll see you guys in a minute. So what is up, squad? Welcome back from the close-up on the Revenger kit. That's right, I got the red one. Comes in 3 different colors. That's nice. I got their hat on. It's not going to change my opinion. All right, it's just if I have the hat, I might as well rock it. Right? Motherfucking right. Dual 18650, 220 watts, Omni version 2.0 chipset inside of this device. That's a pro. They listened to my feedback. I told them you gotta make it so you can adjust your watts in TC mode for those TC lovers out there. And they did. Up to 100 watts. It should go up to 220 watts. So that's gonna be a con. It's definitely gonna be a con in my book that it doesn't go up to the full potential of the device in temperature control mode. That's if you want to use an atomizer, an IDA, things of that nature when you're using the device. Looks nice, feels very comfortable in the hand. Very comfortable in the hand. Very nice small device. I like that. It packs a punch. 220 watts. Now, I don't think it's going to do a full 220 watts. It's a dual 18650. I'm thinking it's probably going to do the highest 167 watts, something like that, but it is what it is. Nobody needs to vape that high, but that could be a con. So the fire button, there's no button rattle, there's no battery rattle, it's solid. There's no battery strap on these. I love how Vaporesso does that. That's going to be a pro. Another con is it's definitely a fingerprint magnet, okay? This screen gets it gets a fingerprint magnet on both sides, okay? But it looks clean. It's a clean looking device. Everything sits flush, makes a connection that I put on there. You can get 25s up there with no overhang, 28s with no overhang. Anything above that, there will be overhang. Feels very nice in the hand. I love where the fire button is. Fire button's right there. It does fire instantly. Ready? Fire. Fires instantly. That's going to be another pro, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have the tank, NRG tank. I have their tank on top, okay? I have it at 90 watts. It says best 60 to 80 watts. That's not really a big range, okay? You know? But 90 watts, let's have vape. It's got a spitback shield or a spitback mesh inside of the drip tip. Now, with that said, it does not affect the flavor. This has good flavor. It's not as good as the Fire Luke from Freemax. It's not that good. I would put it with Smokes, Smocks, TFE8 Big Baby, you know, those sub-ohm tanks. This is definitely in the range of those. Really nice flavor. Vape's great. No spitback. I don't get any dry hits on it. There's not a big break-in period on these coil heads. I need to mention that as a pro as well. You can fill it up, prime it, and you're gonna get flavor right off the jump. Just like the Crown 3 coil heads. So I'm gonna mention that as a pro as well. Smokes, Smocks, coil heads have break-in periods. These don't. Now the button placement. I need to mention the button placement. Fire button's in the perfect spot. I like that. Now, the other buttons, the wattage up and wattage down, are very easy to adjust. But then there's a middle button. Now, if you got big fingers like myself, you can by accidentally hit the right or left button by accident. I wish those buttons were a little bit away from each other. I don't like when people, specifically Vaporesso, they put the buttons close together a little bit too much, in my opinion. That's going to be a subjective thing. If you have small fingers, it's probably not going to be a problem. But if you're quickly trying to adjust something, I like where they put it. It's kind of like a cell phone. You hold it like that, you know, and you can adjust it like a cell phone. I like that. But I wish they put that third button below or above the wattage up and wattage down buttons. There's a little, I mean, this is minor left to right. There's always going to be a little bit left to right. But I don't feel it in the hand. It doesn't move in the hand when I do that. So I'm going to mention that as a pro. I like how the 510 is centered on the device. That's going to be a pro. I know a lot of people like that. So I'm going to mention that as a pro because I actually do like it. It looks nice and clean. 105 watts. It does it. 110 watts. Good flavor. It handles it. That's the highest I would go on this coil head. You can do it. I think it's a little bit, I mean, if you chain vaping, I think it's going to be a little bit too much. I think 100 watts on this Anywhere between 60 to 100 watts is a good spot for it. I like it at like 90 to 100. When I vape on this thing, man, sometimes I do get check atomizer. It just did it for me. It's probably not going to do it. It really depends. But I've noticed that from time to time on different atomizers, I put the Goon on it, I put the sub-ohm tank on it, it does do check atomizer from time to time. So that's going to be a big con in my book. It's vaping fine, and then all of a sudden, I'll take a hit and it will say check atomizer. I don't know what's going on with that. Thank God this thing is firmware upgradable. I'm going to mention that as a pro as well, but I'm going to mention it as a big con that I get check atomizer. That is unacceptable in my opinion. In my opinion, it's true wattage at 110 watts. I think if you go above 150, 170 watts, it's not going to be true wattage up there. I don't think this thing can do 220 watts fully. Okay, it possibly could. It's a good sub-ohm tank. It's not the best, but it's a good sub-ohm tank, especially coming with this kit. It's definitely above the majority of them, I would say. It's not as good as the Fire Luke, but I think it's up there. This is for like your TC vapors, okay? This isn't really for a wattage vapor. Now, you could use it for a wattage vapor, but there's a lot of extra stuff. There's a lot of extra features that are in this device that a wattage person really doesn't need, okay? If you strictly vape wattage, you don't really need it. If you've been looking at it and you like the device, you like the way it looks, and you just want to make sure it performs good, yes, it does perform good, okay? But that check atomizer coming on and off, I don't know about that, guys. I really don't know about that. I don't know if I want to recommend it because of that. You know, I don't want you guys to go out and buy it and then you have that issue. You know what I mean? It's definitely nothing wrong with my atomizer. I've put 2, 3, 4 different atomizers on there, and it's done it with all 4. So, you know, I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to give you the information. It's totally your guys' decision if you want to purchase this or not. You can find the kit with the sub-ohm tank at vaporesso.com. Link on screen in description. That's what's sent from that. You can find it. You can also find it at heavengifts.com. I'll put that in the description for you as well. Use coupon code AmbitionZ, all caps, one word, for an additional 15% off at checkout. It's $89.90 over at Heaven Gifts. $70 range, I think, is a better price point for the kit. That's just me going off what I think. You know what I mean? It is nice. It is solid. It feels good. The sub-ohm tank works great. The build quality and machining, everything on it is great. I just think, you know, $70 to $90 is kind of probably where you're going to find it. I think you should find it more on the $70 price range if you're looking for it, all right? I think $90 is a little, I mean, I don't want to say it's too steep, but, you know, I think $70 is a better price point for it. If a mugger stole my book bag and I was on the train and this was in it, would I go buy it? I mean, I like it. If I didn't have any device out there, I like it, but that check atomizer coming on, that worries me. I'm going to leave it up to y'all, all right? Now, like I did on my previous video, I'm not doing a 5-star. I'm doing a Navy medal ranking, or a 1 to 5 scale with medals. 5 is a Medal of Honor, 4 is Navy Cross, 3 is Legion of Merit, 2 is Purple Heart, and 1 is the National Defense Service Medal. National Defense is the most general medal. I got like 4 of them when I was in the Navy because I went to Iraq like twice, and then I went and did some other thing. I had like 2 medals. So you go overseas, you get and you're during wartime, you get a national defense. So it's a very generic medal in the Navy. Medal of Honor is the most prestigious, and it's the hardest to come by. So that's going to be 5, and then, like I told you, anywhere in between. This mod in this kit, I'm going to put it at the Legion of Merit. If it wasn't for the check atomizer thing, this would definitely get like a Navy Cross. It would be a 4. It would. But because of that, it's getting the Legion of Merit. All right, I'm going to give it like average. because I don't know if that's going to be an issue with everybody. It could just be mine, but what if it's not? If you do like to tinker, you'll definitely enjoy this mod. There's a lot of options, there's a lot of features, there's a lot of things to do on this mod for sure. That's what I got for you today, squad. I hope you found the video helpful or informative. If you got something out of this review, consider subscribing, leaving a like. Comment down below, what do you guys think? Is that a deal breaker? Do you like this? I know you guys have been asking me about it. You've been looking at it, so I wanted to review it for you guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, guys. Have a great night. Stay juiced up, stay half-assed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.